November 6, 2018, with 33 of the 100 seats in the Senate being contested in regular elections. Why is this important? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, so Arizona, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Indiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and finally Wyoming. All 33 of these states have one thing in common. They all have a seat up for grab in the 2018 midterm elections. Now, Democrats are expected to target Republican-held Senate seats in Arizona, open seat, and Nevada. Democrats could also target seats in Texas and Utah's open seat. And Tennessee's open seat, Republicans are expected to target Democrat-held seats in Indiana, Missouri, Montana, North Dakota, and West Virginia, all of which voted for Mitt Romney in the 2012 presidential election and Donald Trump in the 2016 election, as well as seats in Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan, all of which voted for Donald Trump in the 2016 election. Republicans can also target seats in Minnesota, at least one of the two seats. Virginia, Maine, and New Jersey, other races may also become competitive. Let's talk a little bit about the Arizona race. One-term Republican Senator Jeff Flake was elected with 49% of the vote in 2012. He will be 55 years old in 2018. So he has declared he will retire at the end of his term. In 2016, Senator John McCain was reelected to a sixth term in the Senate. However, McCain has been diagnosed with an aggressive brain tumor. If McCain's seat becomes vacant, Arizona law requires that the vacancy be filled at the next general election. If this were to occur in 2018, then both Senate seats in Arizona would be up for election simultaneously. Alright, and next let's talk about California. Well, California is pretty blue right now. It has no chance of going red at all in this primary election. So California, I can reasonably say, will be held by Democrats in the 2018 elections. Four-term Democrat Dianne Feinstein has won a special election in 92 and has been elected to full terms in 94, 2000, 2006, and 2012. She will be 85 years old in 2018. She is running for re-election. Okay, Connecticut and Delaware. One-term Democratic Senator Chris Murphy was elected with 55% of the vote in 2012. He will be 45 years old in 2018. He is running for re-election. Businessman Matthew Corey and Dominic Rapini are seeking the Republican nomination. Three-term Democrat Senator Tom Carper from Delaware won re-election with 66% of the vote in 2012. He will be 71 in 2018. He has announced he is running for re-election during an interview on MSNBC. For Florida, we have three-term Democrat Senator Bill Nelson was re-elected with 55% of the vote in 2012. Nelson will be 76 years old in 2018. He has strongly hinted that he will seek re-election to a fourth term in office. He is being challenged for the Democratic nomination by Tamika Lyles. And for the Republicans, they have Augustus Invictus, LaTeresa Ann Jones, Howard Kemper, Joe Smith, Marcia Thorne, and Florida Governor Rick Scott is seen as a potential Republican candidate to challenge Nelson. And we also cannot forget about Joe Allen and Edward Janowski as running as independents. Next up, you have Hawaii and Indiana. One-term Democrat Senator Mazie Hirono was elected with 63% of the vote in 2012. She will be 71 years old in 2018. Independent Crystal Carpenter is running against her. For Indiana, one-term Democratic Senator Joe Donnelly was elected with 50.04% of the vote back in 2012. He will be 63 years old in 2018. He is rerunning. Bill Bowser will run against Donnelly for the Democratic nomination. And of course, you have others on the Republican ticket as well. Luke Messer, Todd Rokita, State Representative Mike Byrne, Matt Hurt, Director of New Albany Campus, Purdue Institute, Andrew Takami, Richard Stone, and Terry Henderson are running. For Maine, one-term independent Senator August King was elected in a three-way race with 53% of the vote in 2012. King has caucused with the Democratic Party since taking office in 2013, but he has left open the possibility of caucusing with the Republican Party in the future. King has indicated he will seek re-election. He will be 74 years old in 2018. State Senator Eric Brinkley is running for the Republican nomination. Also, public school teacher and founder of UClass, Zach Rinkelstein, is seeking the Democratic nomination, as is home builder and 2012 U.S. Senate candidate Benjamin Pollard. All right, next up we have Maryland. Two-term Democratic Senator Ben Cardin was reelected with 56% of the vote in 2012. He will be 75 years old in 2018. He is presumed to be running, but has not officially filed for re-election. He is being challenged in the Democratic primary by Jerome Siegel, Richard Ricky Vaughn, Debbie Rika Wilson, and Chelsea Manning. Sam Faddis is seeking the Republican nomination. Arvind Vohra, Vice Chairman of the Libertarian National Committee, is seeking the Libertarian Party nomination. Independent Edward Salikas is running.